You swiped right this morning. Maybe you didn't even think about it. A face appeared, your thumb moved, and a decision was already made before your conscious mind caught up. That judgment didn't start with a dating app. It started hundreds of thousands of years ago. In a world so brutal, you would not survive a single week in it. The same invisible forces that guided your ancestor toward a partner are guiding you right now. The real answer is far stranger than romance, far older than love. Your brain is running software written in the Stone Age. Evolutionary psychologist David Buss studied mate preferences across 37 different cultures, from hunter-gatherers in the Amazon to cities in Tokyo. What he found stopped researchers cold. Across every culture, separated by oceans and centuries, humans were choosing partners using almost identical invisible checklists. The faces changed, the fashions changed, the underlying logic didn't move an inch. So what was on that checklist? Start with health, not gym memberships, not clean eating. Survival. In a world without medicine, without hospitals, a sick partner was a threat to your entire future. This is why symmetry matters to you. Biologist Randy Thornhill showed that facial symmetry serves as a reliable signal of developmental health. A symmetrical face means the body successfully resisted infections and parasites during growth. Your brain scans for this in milliseconds, long before you form a conscious thought. When you feel that pull towards someone, part of what you're sensing is a health report delivered in geometry. Your ancestors had no lab tests, no blood panels. They had eyes, they had noses, and smell was doing more work than you'd ever guess. In the 1990s, biologist Klaus Wedekind ran what became known as the sweaty t-shirt study. Men wore the same shirt for 2 days. No deodorant, nothing to mask their natural scent. Women smelled the shirts and rated them for attractiveness. The results were not random. Women consistently preferred the scent of men whose immune system genes were most different from their own. Not the most similar, the most different. Your body, with no conscious thought at all, was sniffing for genetic diversity. Children who inherit different immune genes from each parent end up with broader, more powerful immune defenses. Your nose was doing evolutionary math every single time. But health was only half the equation. Resources mattered enormously. In your ancestors' world, resources weren't money. They were meat, fire, protection, status within the group. A partner who could provide these things meant your children were more likely to survive a hard winter or a hostile rival group. This wasn't shallow. This was life or death, compressed into a feeling. Buss found that across every single culture he studied, women placed significantly higher value on a partner's ability to acquire resources. Not because of social conditioning. The pattern held even across wildly different economies and gender roles. Men, meanwhile, showed a consistent cross-cultural preference for physical signals of fertility. Not vanity, evidence. In a world without birth records, the body itself carried proof. Your brain was never just looking at a face. It was reading a biological report. But here's where it gets complicated. You are not a simple animal. You form long-term pair bonds. You raise children together over years, sometimes decades, a process so demanding that no other great ape attempts it the same way. So your ancestors weren't only selecting for genes, they were selecting for partners. Kindness was on the ancient checklist too. So was reliability. So was the ability to stay calm under pressure. A partner who abandoned you at the first sign of hardship, who turned volatile and unpredictable, lowered your odds of survival. Your instincts learn to screen for character, not just chemistry. When you feel instantly safe around someone, in a way that seems almost inexplicable, that's not random. That's ancient pattern recognition, still quietly running in the background of your mind. Now mirror all of this onto your own life. You have better medicine, better food, longer lives, and more comfort than any human who came before you. You have apps, algorithms, endless options at your fingertips. And yet the old machinery is still running underneath all of it. You still react to a smile before you know why. You still feel drawn to a certain voice, a certain presence in a room, a pull that no one has ever fully managed to put into words. That's not a coincidence. That's not a mystery. That's your ancient brain doing exactly what it was built to do. Reading the room of a world it was never designed for. Using tools that are several 100,000 years old. Next time that pull arrives and you try to explain it and the words don't come, remember this. The explanation is older than language itself. You swiped right this morning, but the decision was made long before you ever picked up your phone.